Good main event tonight on Friday Night Fights. You had Hank Lundy facing Ray Beltran, and Ray Beltran just won. So it was a good fight. To be honest with you, I wasn't really scoring the fight. And I guess I was looking at the fight maybe biasly. I would have to go back and rewatch it. I did feel Ray Beltran was applying good pressure. Um, I thought I've only seen it once, obviously, but I thought Hank Lundy was responsible defensively to a certain extent. So even though Beltran was putting on the pressure at times, I felt Lundy was doing a good job defensively, and he was getting off his shots as well. But I think most of the power shots obviously came for Beltran. So I think it's a fair decision. Usually you don't see stuff like this happen in boxing. This is how boxing should be, but unfortunately you don't. Usually you would think in a fight like this that they would have gave it to Hank Lundy because it was a close fight. You would have think they would give it to Hank Lundy to keep him on the uprise, keep him moving up. But fair is fair, and that's how all boxing fights should be judged. And Beltran definitely earned it. I was thinking it was a close fight, but honestly I was thinking Hank at least won 2 extra rounds. I knew Beltran won at least 4 rounds, but I was thinking maybe Hank won a round or two more. Neither guy was dropped. That third round was scary. I'm thinking, Lundy, his chin's questionable. So I'm thinking, he might have went down, but he did good. He stood up to them shots. And, Lundy's very talented, man. Even within this loss, all congratulations to Ray Beltran and all respect to him. Very tough, rugged pressure fighter. But let's be honest here. The more skilled fighter here was Hank Lundy. But the skilled fighter doesn't always prevail. Relentlessness can do a lot. Especially, it's a lot to deal with for 10 or 12 rounds, however long the fight's scheduled for. So, Beltran did it. Tonight was his night. He pulled off the upset and he won. But I still like Hank Lundy. I'm very impressed with this guy's athleticism and skill. Rumor is that supposedly, if I've heard from some people, I don't know for a fact, but rumor is that if Hank Lundy won tonight, he was supposed to get a shot at Broner. October, 13th? I'm not sure. October 6th. Damn, I might be off on my dates. But sometime in October in Atlantic City, which would make sense, him being a Philly fighter against Broner coming down to Atlantic City. So, honestly, me personally, I still want to see the fight. Styles make fights. Broner is not Ray Beltran. He's not going to put on pressure like that, walk him down. And he's not going to do that all fight. These guys are similar in that they both possess a lot of athleticism and skill. I'm interested to see what would prevail. I'm really, besides the entertainment value, not to mention that Lundy and Broner are going to talk mad shit to each other. There's going to be a lot of shit leading up to the fight with a war of words, but that shit can be irrelevant. It all comes down to the fight. It all comes down to fight night. It all comes down to training. Both these guys are in the peak of their careers. I would think they're in their primes. And yeah, they can get better. They can get better. But if they're not in their primes, they're close to their primes. I mean, and these guys, starting off with Lundy, Lundy's feet are extremely quick, man. I mean, he's a pretty boxer. And I think he's a crowd pleaser. He's not your boxer that's going to bore you. He's not just going to pot shot you, all day or just do a 1-2 basic. No, he's a guy that throws his jab, gets out the way, very responsible defensively. He's on defense at times. I'm not saying he's Pernell Whitaker, but I'm saying he's very fancy with it. Sometimes he'll switch up right arm, left arm real quick in a fast motion, and then he'll tiptoe around the ring all pretty. He's just very, very, very flashy fighter, man. Very flashy fighter. And like I said, he's not just down to a basic 1-2 jab. He can outbox you. Yeah, go to the body, go to the head. Sometimes he looks like Broner, when he's doing it, or Mayweather even. Sometimes he looks like it, But then the thing I like about Lundy is he'll come with a 3-4 punch combinations at times when he sees an opportunity. And he'll do it really, he'll do it quick. Nice and smooth with it, because he has fast hands. So does Broner, too. Broner has fast hands, and Broner likes to use that shell defense. And Broner's very good defensively, too, as well, responsible defensively. These fighters are similarities in both of them. They both have flaws. They both have things they have to work on. But I'm telling you, man, Lundy is very, very good fighter. This loss shouldn't deteriorate his value. In boxing, a loss is taken very seriously. It can deteriorate your plans. If you're a fighter that's not at the top or have been a world champion before and you lose, it's a very big deal in this sport. But I don't know how Lundy. I'm pretty sure. I know he can bounce back. This guy is very athletic and skilled, and he's gamed. I know he can bounce back, and you got to be. I would assume the crowd's entertained with his style. I would still like to see him face Broner. I wouldn't mind that fight in October in Atlantic City. I would still like to see what can prevail. Styles make fights, and it's going to be interesting to see boxer slash puncher against boxer slash puncher, as opposed to the boxer just facing the pressure brawler style, which makes for entertaining fights as well. So I think him and Broner would be a more tactical bout because they have more similarities within each other. I think it would be more tactical, but then I do think it'll have parts in the fight where it'll get explosive and it'll just be a war of wills, or who's willing to take chances, who's willing to take risks. I think both guys, we can question their chins. I'm not saying they don't have a chin, but I'm just saying it's questionable to see how they react if they get hit cleanly with a power shot from each other. So it's a fight that I would be interested in seeing. If it happens now, I don't know. If it doesn't, Ray Beltran definitely made some noise tonight. He earned it. I mean, he earned it. That third round was I almost thought, man, he was going to drop Lundy. And it looked like he had Lundy hurt. But, hey, thank God for the sound of the bell, right? Ray Beltran versus Adrian Broner. He earned it. Lundy supposedly was, like I said, I don't know for a fact, but supposedly was lined up for him next. It was a great chance that he could get Adrian Broner next, This was going to be like a stay busy fight, but I guess, it's been the year the upsets and it's continuing. Beltran's got it now. So, Beltran versus Adrian Broner, he's applying mad pressure, similar to Ponce de Leon, So let's see if Broner can handle Beltran's pressure. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight either. Slideways 100, man. Leave your comments like always. I'm out.